Hi there, welcome back to the course on financial forensics. My name is Parthasarathi and I'll be the instructor for this week's content. So, the plan for this week is to focus on financial frauds and how artificial intelligence and machine learning can be used to combat the frauds that occur in the fintech domain. So, last week you would have seen how financial institutions and other organizations use credit marketing and credit underwriting models for determining who the right set of people they need to target for running a campaign for the credit products that they have. It could be a loan, it could be a credit card, and also the underwriting models, which basically helps them in determining if the person who is applying for the credit instrument is he or she credit worthy or not. But that is not the only check which organizations do. Oftentimes, there are many fraudsters who could creep into the system, and many organizations also do a fraud check just to weed out the fraudsters from the pool of applicants. So, the objective with which fraud models are built is slightly different from the objective with which credit models or credit underwriting models are built. So, in credit underwriting models, we are going to make a strong assumption that the person who is applying for the credit instrument is not having a bad intention. So, the primary difference between the credit underwriting models and the fraud detection models is this: when we build a credit underwriting models, we make a strong assumption that the person who is applying for the uh, credit instrument is not having a wrong intention. They are genuine customers. We are just checking if the person is credit worthy or not. By which I mean, will the person be able to pay back the loan or the credit bills that they accumulate? So that is the intention with which we build the model, credit underwriting models. But in fraud, the assumption is relaxed. We are going to assume that the person who is applying for the credit instrument may or may not be a genuine customer. By which I mean, the very intention with which the person is applying for the credit instruments could be a fraud objective. They don't want to pay back, they just want to get the loan or credit card, use it as per the need, and they just simply abscond. So, this is the primary difference between a credit underwriting model and a fraud model in the space of credit. But this fraud models or fraud detection models is not only restricted to the credit world, its applications are quite pervasive. If you look at all the UPI transactions you do, fraud could even occur there. Someone could steal your bank username and password and could make unauthorized transactions. So, all these come under the purview of fraud, and we are living in a digital world where everything is almost at a click of a button, and that has paved a lot of way even for fraudsters to creep in and perform some unauthorized and fraudulent transaction. So, that is going to be the focus for this week's content. So, just to give a quick overview of what exactly we are going to cover in this week is, we have just divided this week's syllabus into three sections. So, first we will just look at the frauds that occur in the fintech space, and then we will see some of the common types of fraud and how fraud has evolved over time, and then we will give some examples on the real life frauds that occurs in the field of fintech, and finally we will also see how fraud detection can be done using artificial intelligence and machine learning. So that wraps up the introduction part. After this, we are going to start seeing fraud detection from the perspective of supervised learning. I assume that most of you who are taking this course are quite aware of what supervised learning is, but we will just see some introduction to supervised learning in the later in the section when we cover that. So, when we start seeing fraud from the lens of supervised learning, we'll also see the challenges that creep in, and we'll also see some of the model evaluation methods, and we will have an hands-on session where we will try to build a model. We'll just take a sample data set and we'll try to build a fraud detection model and also evaluate the model using the metrics that we just we would have discussed in the model evaluation section. That wraps up the supervised fraud detection setup. Finally, towards the later part of the week, we will be covering anomaly detection, where we try to see fraud from the unsupervised setting. So there are some needs where supervised setting will not fit in, and we have to start seeing fraud from an unsupervised setting. That's what we will be covering in anomaly detection. And also we will have a hands-on session where we'll try to build the anomaly detection model using a sample dataset and compare the results. So that's the objective of this week.